Hello, I'm Sean Higgins, editor for SPAR3D and the SPAR3D newsletter. I'm here at the SPAR3D conference 2017 with Peter Bond from Orbit GT. And as I understand, you guys have a new cloud service that you're actually launching at SPAR. Do you want to tell us maybe a little bit about where it's coming from and what it'll do for your customers?
Yes. Thank you, Sean. It's good to be here. It's really been a great experience so far. Now, Orbit GT is known for our solutions in mobile mapping, which is the most challenging variety of LiDAR scanning and image data collection because of its data volume. And we've been working globally. We enjoy a global network of resellers and customers that are into mobile mapping, into the high end of mobile mapping, collecting terabytes a day. So we provide solutions to manage that data, to do the asset modeling and feature extraction from that data, and also to share that data online. Now, we had a publisher operational since 5 years, and it's a very successful product. But the publisher requires that you install it on your own premises or in a hosted environment. So you have to take care of ownership of your hardware. And the next logical step is bringing that paradigm to the cloud. So discarding all the problems that are engaged with the hardware and the updates and everything involved in managing that. So we all know what the SaaS product means, and this is a new product that we've been launching right here at SPAR.
So let's say I'm a customer looking for a cloud service. What is it that's special? What's the value proposition that Orbit GT's cloud service offers over other similar products?
Yes. Well, we are specialists in big volumes of data, and really terabytes of terabytes of terabytes. So this is one thing, to get the point cloud streaming from these large volumes. There are a couple of guys out there that do a great job in smaller volumes, and also point cloud only. But you also bring in the imagery that fits exactly. It's not something independent. It is exactly together with that point cloud. That's what mobile mapping, indoor mapping, UAS mapping, aerial mapping, drone, etc. is all about. Bringing all those sensors together. So in our cloud model, we bring all that data together. We fuse all that data, and next to having a very accessible business model, of course, where you pay per month, you can leverage that data within your organization, but also to subcontractors or customers or other people that you want to share it with, so that the data is not only used by your engineers, but by everybody. And we want to bring the possibility that everybody can really use this really valuable data, and not only the derivatives from it. Traditionally, you make point and line work from it, and then that goes to a GIS or a CAD, and then goes to a model or something like that. But the original data has so much more value than that one project that ignited the need to collect it.
Right.
So we want to make that possible. And we have done that with the publisher, but bringing that idea into the cloud makes it so much more accessible to so many more people. I think that's going to revolutionize the business.
And as I understand, you've made a point to keep the solution hardware agnostic, right?
That is absolutely true. We are hardware agnostic. We support all the systems out there today and in the future. We are good friends with all of the hardware vendors. Some of them also represent us globally. But it is key, of course, that our customers understand that our product is really neutral, so they can go wherever they need to go, or whatever they seem best to do their job with. And we will bring them the next step to really make that data valuable and get some money out of it.
So one thing that I find particularly interesting about your solution is there's a very strong financial component to it. You have the online marketplace, and also it seems like you've set a very aggressive price point for it. I wonder, could you talk through those things a little
absolutely. Bit? Our point of view is a little bit different than most of our colleagues in the business. We are used to working with terabytes. So when you when you want to upload those data into our cloud product, you start with a terabyte, and it's only $60, and it's like, yeah, 100 times less than most of our competitors. Why do we do that? Because we know that the majority of the customers that we work with, they have tens and tens, maybe hundreds of terabytes. So they need a cost-effective way to store that and to make money out of that data, not spending money on that data to keep it. So it's kind of aggressive, but there's also a very good reason to do that. And secondly, we indeed have that marketplace, which is free to use. We just want to facilitate. We have that marketplace because we experienced that we have end users or customers of customers that are very happy with that data and then say, okay, I need to do a new job, but where do I find data for that specific job? And of course, if it's in the GIS realm, there's plenty around. There's ortho photos, there's reference maps, there's so much around. But if you talk about imagery, point cloud combinations like from street level or from UV, there's not so much around. Right. Apparently, there is much around, but we don't know it, right, and we can't find it. And what are you going to do if you're a city operator and you're working in a GIS department and you worked with mobile mapping data for project A, and then there's project B coming up. I say mobile mapping was really valuable for me. So what are you going to do? You're going to tender out again? You're going to pay the full pound and wait a year or so until you get your data? Right. Or maybe search in the marketplace that, hey, there's a guy who has some data from last year. Maybe it doesn't meet my specs, but it costs me a fraction of the price, right, and I can probably do my job with it today. And that's a whole new business model that we're trying to establish here, because there's so much data out there and we don't know about it.
Right. So it seems like the ultimate goal of this solution, it makes data portable, right? Portable within your organization, between you and your customers, portable enough so that you can buy it from somebody else without having to capture it yourself.
Yes, exactly. And what is also important on that moment, when I talk about that customer of the customer, he's probably not going to use a certain website. He wants it inside his application. Right. Whether it's a GIS system or an asset management system or whichever software he prefers to use, we have to bring that data in there. Right. So we have an SDK and we build also some plugins with that. And for our cloud product, that SDK is totally free. So any developer can go ahead with that and build it in whichever software, whichever solution they need it, and get access from there to all the data that's stored in our cloud product from whichever vendor or from whichever data producer.
Oh, well, it sounds like a really exciting product.
That's what we believe.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.